Hey, my name is Pat. I'm an artist, and I suck. Now, I don't suck at everything, but I do suck at most things. Like math, for example. I am hot garbage at math. Taking care of plants, another thing that I suck at. One time I got this big, $300 plant, and I sucked at taking care of it, and now it's dead. And I especially suck at art, which is the number one thing I love most in the world and what I want to do with the rest of my life. Now, I know you might be saying, Pat, don't be so hard on yourself. You don't suck at art. But it's true. I do. And that's not a bad thing. In fact, sucking at art is a good thing. Not just sucking at art, but anything and everything in life. Let me explain. Now, when I say that I suck at art, I don't mean that I'm completely devoid of any and all skill whatsoever. It's not like I go to draw and just immediately trip and stab myself in the eye with the pencil. That only happened once, and it was years ago. But it's easy to tell that I am not the most technically skilled artist. I don't have a good sense of perspective, I'm not a master of color theory, and my lines are shaky. My lines are more unstable than my bank account. So why is this lack of technical skill a blessing in disguise? Well, the way I see it, there are three main reasons. Number one, there's nowhere to go but up. It is so easy to suck. It's the easiest thing in the world. You can suck at basically anything you want, whenever you want. As soon as you do something for the first time, congratulations. You now probably suck at that thing. Go ahead, try to pick up three things and juggle them. Congrats, you're now the world's worst juggler. And that means that any single time you pick something up and you practice that new skill, you probably learn something new that you've never done before. And you get that big old dopamine spike, and you feel like the coolest person in the whole ass world because nobody has ever ollied before, and you just did the best ollie that anyone will ever do. Learning something new is one of the best feelings you can have. Just full stop. It's the best. And whenever you pick up a new hobby, you get that feeling really often. Basically, every single time you do it, you're learning something new, and you're getting that dopamine spike, and that makes you want to go for it, and you do it, and it's just this big cycle that keeps going over and over again. You're constantly stacking all these new skills together, and when it all comes together and you do something that you from 2 weeks ago never could have even thought was possible, you feel like you're on top of the world. You realize how far you've come, and that feeling of improvement is just, mwah, it's the best. Oh boy, there's nothing like it. Number two, most people suck, so we can all suck together. I got a quick question for you. Are you Tony Hawk? Are you Dolly Parton? Are you world-renowned cellist Yo-Yo Ma? Well, if not, then chances are you are probably not the best at the thing you do. And if you're trying something new for the first time, odds are that you blow chunks at it. And that could be frustrating when you're trying to learn something new, and you go on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok, and you see countless people that are 1,000 times better than you at the thing you're trying. Sometimes I'll need inspiration, so I'll go on Instagram or Twitter. I am never calling it X. And I'll see a 9-year-old that painted the most beautiful portrait I've ever seen in my life, and it's just better than anything I will probably ever do. And this kid is 9 years old. I'm speaking about this one specific 9-year-old. I have beef with him. And that'll be enough to get me wondering, what is even the point of trying? That I'll know that I'll never be better than this literal child. And that could be really isolating when I go down that rabbit hole, and I just feel really alone on this whole journey. And that's because I'm comparing my work to someone who is just simply better than me. And that's not fair to me. But my mentality about that really changed when I started meeting up with my friend Annie. We would meet once a month, and we would bring our art stuff, and we would just sit down and work on our own separate art projects together. And that was really cool, because I got to go through the growing pains of learning something new with my friend. And we got to talk about the stuff that was really cool about it, the stuff that we were stuck on. We would ask each other for advice, and it was just really awesome to connect with another person who's at a similar stage of the journey as me. It was the best. It really, really was. And there's so many different ways you can connect to other beginners now. Whether you want to get better at painting or photography or writing or juggling or whatever the hell you want to do. You can use apps like Meetup, to meet groups of other people based on your specific interests. You can join your favorite creator's Discord server. I bet you there's someone out there that you like that has one of those, and you could join in and connect to other people who are also into that same person, and you can mix and match and talk to each other about the stuff you want to do. You can go and look up events in your area that are based on the thing you're trying to do. Like, there are photography meetups that happen from time to time in different areas. And if you're feeling especially brave and you're not seeing any other events in your area for that type of thing, you could be the person to start that event. I believe in you. You got this. It has never been easier to find other people that also suck at the same thing as you and share your experiences so that with your powers combined, you can all suck a little bit less and even make a new friend or two. And that brings me to my last and most important point. Number 3, sucking means you're trying. Quick little story for you. Growing up, I used to love to draw. I drew all my favorite characters like Super Mario, the Ninja Turtles, Jak and Daxter. Does anyone remember Jak and Daxter? Let me know, shout out. I drew birthday cards for my friends and family. I wanted to keep drawing, and I wanted to go to art school and learn how to do it professionally and do it for the rest of my life. But I lived with my grandma at the time. My grandma was very old school. She wanted me to get a real job and become an accountant, which, as I said earlier, math, it ain't my thing. I don't even understand what was going through her head when she said that, because we were both looking at the same report cards I was getting. I'm not the math guy. It's just a fact. So I told her, Grandma, I love art, and I want to pursue it and live the life I want, and nothing you say or do is going to stop me from chasing my dreams. Just kidding. I listened to her, and basically completely stopped doing art for almost 10 years. I floated from one job I hated to another job I hated. I never found anything that lit that fire underneath my butt quite the way that making stuff did. Until last year, at the ripe old age of 28, when I was just messing around on an iPad and I drew this dumb little guy in this app called Procreate. I made it in like 5 minutes, and it was the first time in a decade that I had made something, and I fell in love with this dumb little idiot. His name is Phoebo, and we can all agree that he's a little busted. But I love this guy, and I wanted him to enter the physical world. So I Googled a little bit, and I found one of those print-on-demand websites that was pretty cheap, and within a week, I had a sticker of Phoebo arrive at my door. And dude, that fire under my butt lit up again and started scorching my ass for the first time since like high school. And I kept making more of these little dum-dums, and my friends saw this, so they pitched in and chipped in together, and they got me the equipment I needed to start making the stickers myself. And before I knew it, I was selling my stickers as a little art business. And now I got this little thing going now, this little online shop where I make stickers and keychains and all that. And I'm just like, I'm the happiest I've ever been. And I never would have rediscovered that feeling again if I didn't mess around and make something that was not the most technically great piece of art. But for someone that hasn't touched a pencil in a decade, it was like the damn Mona Lisa. And if there is one thing you take away from this video, it is that trying and failing is always better than never trying. Always! You'll never know what you're capable of if you're afraid of looking dumb. And you need to go out there and get out of your comfort zone and go be terrible at something that you've always wanted to try but you were too afraid of. Because life is too short to worry about looking stupid. And even if you go out there and you trip and you fall on your face, it means you are moving forward. Now, I know this isn't exactly groundbreaking news. There have been a lot of people that made videos on this topic before, and I know that because I had to watch those videos in order to build up the confidence to go out there and make this video. But I really wanted this to be the first topic I made a video about because fear of failure is something that has always really gotten my goose, and it's something that kept me from doing a lot of stuff that I really wanted to do my entire life, and I'm sick of it. I'm tired of not being stupid. I want to go out there and look like a complete dumbass trying to do the things I love to do, because what even is the point if not to do that? I'm afraid that I'm going to go out there and be bad at these things, when in reality, I should be absolutely stoked to be bad at all these things, because that means I'm finally getting around to doing them. And I will suck at most of them. Hell, this video sucks. You know it, I know it, it's bad. I shot it on my phone. I have to edit it on my iPad because the only computer that I have is like a 2017 busted ass laptop. and I don't even know how to edit. But I would much rather make a terrible video than no video. And if I can convince even one person to go out there and try something they were afraid of, like, I don't know, pottery, photography, roller skating, whatever, I would be the absolute happiest dude around. If even one person gets this message, ooh, baby, that's the stuff. So go out there and start sucking right this instant. If you made it this far in the video, thanks. I am so grateful to you for sticking around. It means the absolute world to me. It does. It's the best. And if you like this video and want to support me, give me a damn like and subscribe. I need them. I want them. Give them to me. And if you really like this video, you can go and check out my online shop at prettyokpat.com. I got a bunch of stickers. I now have prints, keychains, enamel pins, which is a huge one for me. And now we're starting to do clothes as well, which I'm really proud of. I designed it all myself, and it's just been the best. Since starting a year ago, it really has been the happiest time in my whole life. It'd be really cool to one day get to do this full time and do art and make videos and just suck at stuff professionally. That would be awesome. If you have ever felt like the fear of failure has kept you from trying something you really wanted to do, let me know in the comments. Please, I want to talk to you. Let's hang out. I love you. I want us all to try something new and be terrible together. I do. Speaking of, I want to use this channel to try out some things that I've always wanted to be bad at. And there's a lot of things I want to try, like rug making, wood carving, sewing. Basically, if it's a way to express yourself, I want to go and I want to be bad at it. I also want to make more videos like this where I kind of talk about creativity and mental health and how they intersect and stuff, because it's something that I think about basically every second of my life. And if there's any topic like that you want me to talk about and make a video about, let me know that as well. All right, that's it for this one. We made it, everyone. Have a good one. Love you. Bye. Why did I do a kiss? I don't know. We don't know each other like that yet. I'm sorry.